guys, this is View with Ice with me, Ice. I'm new to YouTube and my channel will mainly be focusing on anime, TV series and movies. In today's video, we'll be looking at some anime that I feel are underrated and deserve more respect. Some of these anime may have some traction, but I personally feel that they deserve more. This list will mostly feature comedy because I'm mostly attracted to the comedy genre, but here are some truly fun ones that will guarantee to brighten up your day. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and if you know some anime that you feel are underrated, please mention them in the comment section. This list will not have a particular order, you'll have to choose for yourself which one of these you like the best. Let's kick this off with one of my favorite shows of all time, XxHolic or XxxHolic. It hurts me to see how underrated this anime is. You will rarely hear people talk about it. I've only heard one other person talk about this show, and that's me, because I constantly try to recommend this to others. The series revolves around Kimihiro Watanuki. He is a high school student that is cursed with the ability to see supernatural entities. This ability affects his daily life because the spirits are somehow attracted to his presence. He somehow stumbles onto a wish granting shop after a group of these spirits chase him. In doing so, he meets a mysterious woman named Yuko Ichihara. Yuko claims he can rid Watanuki of his ability to see spirits. In turn for her cleansing him, he must then work for her at his shop. And thus begins Watanuki's adventures, coupled with weirdness, sadness, laughter, and a wide variety of supernatural elements. This show was released on the 6th of April 2006 and it has 37 episodes with 4 OVAs. This follows Kuso Saiki. Saiki is a teenager gifted with a wide variety of powers. He has powers such as telekinesis, pyrokinesis, psychokinesis, teleportations, X-ray clairvoyance, astral projection, and more. This may seem like a list of powers that goes with some crazy over-the-top badass charactering, some action-packed, superpowered anime, but this is purely comedy. Since Saiki has powers, he always tries to keep a distance from his fellow classmates to keep his secret safe, but even in doing so, there's a certain group of people he just never can avoid. Saiki has all of these abilities, but since he has to constantly hide his powers, he is forced into situations where he has no chance but to interact with his peers. One character in particular is Riki Nendo. He is Saiki's self-proclaimed best friend. One thing that really makes Nendo special is the fact that Nendo is the only student at school that Saiki can't read. Saiki can't read Nendo's mind, and that makes Nendo really unpredictable. I love this show so much. I have watched the first season probably about 4 to 5 times already, and it always makes me laugh. The show is good in double shop, but unfortunately only season 1 is dubbed though. The show has a certain level of popularity, but for the level of fun that I get out of watching it, I just feel that it deserves more praise. I consider this show my top 5 funniest anime of all time. It doesn't have any particular storyline, it basically just focuses on the coming of age and the daily life of these specific high school boys and their various hilarious interactions with their peers. I've watched the show multiple times and it never ceases to make me laugh. It's just so entertaining. It's truly one of the best comedy you will ever watch in your life. The show consists of 12 episodes and 8 specials, and it aired in 2012. Tonari No Seki Kun. People who love ridiculous comedy will surely find this one amusing. This series revolves around 2 classmates that sit next to each other, Toshinari Seki and Romi Yokoi. Yokoi is always distracted by Seki because he always comes up with the most outlandish ways of passing time in the classroom. He's always astonished by the fact that he does all of these crazy things and just seems to never get caught. I feel this anime is truly underappreciated. It has such a fun premise and it's pretty entertaining to see the way Seki comes up with all of the different ways of passing time in the classroom. Anyone who loves comedy will surely love this one. The first episode is enough to get you hooked into the madness of Seki. The episodes are about 7 minutes long, so the show is perfect if you just want to kick back and enjoy. The show was released on the 5th of January 2014 and it consists of 21 episodes. The majority of anime main characters have the reputation of being goofy, clumsy and funny. This show takes a different take on the protagonist. The protagonist in this show is seemingly perfect, incredibly cool, and is well liked by the majority of his peers. This may not seem like a combination of traits that will normally be associated with the comedy genre, but trust me, this show is very funny. What makes the show so hilarious is the ridiculous way Sakamoto is perfect in almost anything. The premise may not seem funny on paper, but the execution of the character's action and a great music coupled every time it does something will surely entertain the watcher. The show was released on the 26th October 2016. Laughter is the best medicine, they say, so if you watch the show you will probably be cured of anything. The show is guaranteed to make any anime watcher laugh. The show is similar to daily lives of high school, but it's packed with more hilariously expressed animation, is more over the top and crazy. The show also doesn't have a specific storyline. There's only one character in the story that has a storyline that can be followed. Otherwise, the show mainly focuses on ordinary lives and the various characters and experience of daily high school life. I have only ever heard one person talk about this show, and that is my friend that recommended this to me. The show truly deserves more recognition because it is so damn funny and entertaining to watch. The show consists of 26 episodes and it was released on the March 12, 2011. This show is truly one of my favorite animes of all time. This show was a gateway to the anime world for me. I don't watch a lot of romance related anime, but this one right here just grabbed onto me and it will never let go. It really has a weird concept, but if you're a regular anime watcher, then you should know weirdness and crazy concepts go hand in hand with anime. The story is about Saiki, a high school delinquent, and a girl named Midori Kasugano. Midori is from a different school but has always admired Saiki from afar. Saiki has always wanted a girlfriend, but most are afraid of him because of his constant fighting, even though he protects other students from bullies. Saiki finds himself in a dilemma because he just can't seem to find a girlfriend to go out with him, and in desperation he wishes he gets a girlfriend no matter who it is. His faithful right hand is then replaced by Midori. Yes, I said the show has a weird concept, but it's truly a beautiful story. Saiki and Midori now have to adapt to living with each other, as she is basically his right hand now. I promise you guys, this is a great anime and it grabs at the heartstrings. The show was released on the 3rd of April 2004. Never in my life did I think an anime series about cycling would pique my interest anyway, but somehow this show just grabbed my attention and wouldn't let go. This series follows freshman high school student Sakamoto Onoda. Onoda is an otaku who doesn't have friends but in search of finding an anime club at school so he could share his interest with other people. Unfortunately, the anime club he hopefully wanted to be in was closed down because there wasn't enough interest to keep the club going. Onoda has always ridden his bike since he was a child. He got the attention of 2 other cyclists by the way he rode his bike. They were impressed and they later convinced him to join the bicycle club at school. This anime is purely about cycling and I'm truly surprised that it could pull me in so bad, but it did. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, but it is a really good show and it truly deserves to be watched. Beautiful animation coupled with fantastic choreographed fight scenes with the added bonus of a decent story. This makes me wonder, why isn't this show talked about more? Our story takes place during the Industrial Revolution on an island Hinamoto. To shelter themselves from dangerous walking dead, people have built numerous stations to act as fortresses to keep them safe from the lurking dead. People use these stations as transportation hubs with the help of fortified locomotives. Our story begins on the day when one of these locomotives were overrun by the dead and the train crashes into a station and they invade the city. Our protagonist Ikoma, a young engineer, has been developing a gun which is effective against the dead and uses this opportunity to test out his new weapon, but gets infected during the ordeal, but he somehow finds a way to stop the transformation. People who are attracted to beautiful animation will surely love this anime. The show was released on the 8th of April 2016 and it consists of 12 episodes. And for the last show on this list, Kenichi, the Mightiest disciple. The show has a certain level of attention, but not enough in my opinion. Anyone who's a sucker for a show where the main character is weak in the beginning and gradually gets stronger will surely love this one. Kenichi Shirahama is a high school student with a history of getting bullied. Kenichi befriends the new transfer student Miyu Furinji and is later introduced to her being a martial artist. Miyu gives Kenichi some tips on defending himself and is later introduced to the dojo Miyu trains, where her grandfather is the grandmaster of the dojo. He gets accepted as a new disciple at the dojo, and that is where all the craziness starts because he is not only the disciple of one teacher but 5 teachers. 5 teachers, each with a different fighting style. Kenichi, not being a very physical person, is then put through some hellish training which is funny to watch but at the same time fulfilling due to the fact that you can see the progress of his training throughout the show as he takes on various members of a group called Ragnarok. As I said, anyone who is a sucker for an underdog sort of story will greatly be entertained by this.